73rd edition of the FIM Monster Energy Motocross of Nations burst into life at Assen in the Netherlands in horrendous conditions, but the track crew doing a fantastic job of getting it race ready. Tim Geiser grabbed the first foxhole shot in race 1, which was the MXGP and MX2 riders, but it was Jorge Prado who led coming out of turn 2, despite Geiser trying to close him down on the face of the jump. Just behind them, the number 16 was Jeremy Van Horebeek, but the American, Justin Cooper, fell. He collided with his teammate. Both riders fell in that instance. Calvin Vlaanderen, riding for the Netherlands, got himself up into 13th, but then fell. He eventually came home in 10th place. But Jeremy Seewer was on a charge for Switzerland. So too Geiser. After lap 10, he found his way past Prado, and Herlings, who made a bad start, was up and down the leaderboard, but second half of the race, he started making passes. Seewer, then Prado there as he pulled into the goggle lane for second, and then the final lap he tried to make this pass on the race leader. Tim Geiser got caught behind the back marker there, and it was Geiser who went on to win race 1 for Slovenia. Herlings was second, Prado third, Seewer and Paulin rounded out the top 5. And that was the official classification there, with Van Horebeek 6, Monticelli 7, Olsen 8, and the nation's classification after race 1 was the Netherlands in the driving seat ahead of Switzerland, France and Spain. Race 2 was the MX2 riders and open class riders. This time it was Harry Kulas who grabbed the foxhole shot by quite a margin. Glenn Coldenhoff started up the inside for the Netherlands in what was a tactical decision. And it wasn't long before he found his way into the lead before the end of the first lap with this pass on Kulas. In the background in third was Shaun Simpson. And then Simpson made his way past Kulas and into second briefly. In fourth place was the Latvian Pauls Jonas as Dylan Walsh went over the berm and out of the race. Adam Sterry was having a great ride, so too was the number 11 of Kyle Webster. Strijbos, though, wasn't too lucky for Belgium. He eventually fell from 33rd and got himself back up to 17th as Pauls Jonas was putting in a very good charge. He was now up into second. Jago Geerts of Belgium managed to pick himself up after a DNF in race 1 to come home 7th as the first MX2 rider, but it was Coldenhoff who was victorious on home soil in race 1. Jonas was second, Simpson third, Kulas was 4th, Osborne of the USA was 5th, Tixier, Jago Geerts and Thomas Olsen rounding out the top 8. And the nation's classification after 2 races, with all 4 motos counting so far, the Netherlands were still in control over France, Belgium, Estonia and Australia. Going into the third and final race then, everything depending and hinging on the outcome of the race. Tim Geiser with his second foxhole shot of the season. Herlings started at the inside. Seewer lucky to stay up as he lost the front end going into the first turn. Coldenhoff from the outside emerging around about 4th, 5th place as Herlings fell from 14th to 19th on the opening lap. Up front, briefly, Jeremy Van Horebeek was trying to close down on Tim Geiser as the number 6 of Coldenhoff was on his way. Geiser then fell out of the lead on lap 4. Van Horebeek led as Herlings started to muscle his way back through the field. That move on Paulin put him up into around about 11th place. Coldenhoff then led as he found his way past Van Horebeek. Herlings fell again. Nathan Watson for Team Great Britain was having a fantastic ride, but in the space of a lap, Herlings had found his way 2 more positions as Regan Duffy went out, and on the final lap and a half, Gauthier Paulin also went out for Team France. They were on the podium, 3rd overall at that point, but that would hand Great Britain a podium visit for the 3rd straight year in a row. Coldenhoff was victorious, making it a back-to-back double, just like he did last year in Redbud. Geiser came home in 2nd, Jonas 3rd, Herlings 4th, Seewer 5th, Van Horebeek 6th, Prado 7th, and Anderson of the USA was in 8th. And the Netherlands were victorious for the first time in the history of this event, which started in 1947 at Wassenaar in the Netherlands, just north of The Hague.
Yeah, definitely. It was a tough one. It was like a big gamble today with the mud, and twice I missed the start, and I went down second motor a few times, but you know, I put the guys back up the box, you know, with a 2nd and a 4th. But massive thank you to Glenn. He did amazing once again, like last year, and also Calvin this year didn't disappoint. So he was great. He was awesome. So thanks to my guys, we finally won. It was the only thing I've never won in my life. So very thankful and never could do it without my team. Thank you.
Massive congratulations. Calvin, Vlaanderen, you really delivered in MX2 as well. There's so much to manage, isn't it? The expectations, you've got the king here of Netherlands, you've got the conditions out there, and it's hard to keep your emotions in check. That's a massive part of it as well.
Yeah, sure. Obviously the pressure was on us for this weekend, and I think we controlled it really well and we rode excellent. Both my teammates rode awesome. Glenn and Jeffrey both. For myself, I also rode pretty good, both motors in 10th, so I was happy with that and really stoked that we won. I can't give enough to Patrice, our team manager, and everyone in our team, and also to Honda. My bike was great this for two motors today, so thanks to my teammates. We're going to party tonight.
Enjoy it. Glenn Coldenhoff, you picked off where you left off from Redbud, 1-1, double moto victory. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, really, does it? This has got to be the highlight of your career, once again.
Yeah, definitely, you know. It was a highlight last year already in Redbud, but now, this time, double gold, you know, doing it with Team the Netherlands in front of our king is something special, and the crowd was amazing today. Every single lap I came by the grandstands, I heard them, and it's been an amazing weekend and something we will never forget, that's for sure.